Okay, we're back again in Backpack Battles. Let's go and jump some rank games and see what we can do today. And we are starting off with the Ranger. And honestly, it's been a long time, so it could be a little bit rusty. But enough about that. What are we going to try build today? Should we go ahead and grab ourselves a hero sword? Should we go Shepherd's Crook with the bows? I think I want to go for a hero sword. Maybe even for a falcon blade. But I also want to grab ourselves a big old banana with the regen. And I'm going to save her 2 gold. And I think this should be a pretty decent round 1. But now we're going to be able to face this adventure rocking some max life stacking with the twines. Honestly, we got a big old crit. And that one crit has definitely given us the advantage to win out. Amazing. Our starter bag does give us a chance to crit. So that's kind of smashing. Do you want to go Critwood Staff into Falcon Blade? I think this could be a fun combination. Which I never really play too often. I'm going to take our garlic. I'm not going to craft up the torch then. We could hold on to the wooden sword in case we want to go for a prismatic sword. I'm going to grab a bit of storage. We want a piggy bank for a little bit of extra monies. I'm going to be super greedy. I'm going to take it. We shiny shell for a bit of a heal. And let's take the stone because we can always sell it back for the same price too. And now let's get going. So we got a lot of value. We are facing a ranger with a leather armor, which means they're going to have a lot of effective HP. Also going to resist some of our blinds that we do inflict on our broom, as well as a tiny bit of poison from our chipped emeralds. But can our food items and our weapons keep us alive? Can our piggy bank's max life keep us in it? Definitely not. Unfortunately, we do end up losing our first rounds. It is what it is. Now, should we go for poison, stacking, or ranger type build? I mean, we really could, or we could go investment opportunity and go for that Critwood Staff instead of going for poison stacking. I know this is fantastic with the poison ivy subclass, and we probably should take it, but I'm going to be greedy today. I'm going to be greedy. We're going to be getting a falcon blade. We should have went for smelly wall. We should have definitely went for smelly wall with an armor on still for 4. That's madness. I'm still going to take it, but I'm going to roll. I'm going to have to sell a wooden sword to grab the storage. But I'm thinking about moving on with this. We could craft a claws attack, but I really do want to go for falcon blade. We get our extra golds. And we should maybe be able to inflict some poison, although I see this strong hellbot. They're going to cleanse that poison really badly. That's why I did want to speed up our hero sword instead of our blind stack and broom. Because it's going to be a lot faster, it's going to be more stamina efficient for us. And I'm hoping that we can get a ton of poison stacked up. But again, we're going to cleanse it all with that too. Now, the shell totem is going to be problematic too, because that's what just going to give him that heal. And we don't necessarily have crazy heals. And you also get some regen. We could have a high chance to lose right now. And when I say high chance to lose, I mean a definite chance. Hold on a second. We almost actually won that. That was kind of nuts. Now let's go ahead and grab the fanny pack. I'm going to roll. And that is Falcon Blade already. Holy moly. That's amazing. Now Falcon Blade Magic Torch could be a nice combo as well. But I'm going to take this lump of coal. I'm going to roll again. I'm going to sell a regen. And the stone to go ahead and take this too. Speeding both of these up. And let's go ahead and get our Falcon Blade crafted up. We do need to skill up some damage though with our Falcon Blade. Because right now we don't really have skilling damage. The only bit of skilling damage you do have is a tiny bit of poison stacking that we're going to be inflicting. We are facing a stoned hammer type build. This hammer is going to do some big old damage. It's going to be going really slow. And they're crafting up a freaking bag that's going to give them a ton of block. They're not going to be using their goobers at all. They could have definitely set up a little bit different. But they're still going to have that strong hellbot to cleanse that poison. The good news is the hammer sacrifices a lot of accuracy. I mean, it doesn't have as much good accuracy as it should have. So stacking out our blinds is going to be really, really beneficial again, the hammer. And we barely survived. The max HP from our piggy bank actually winning out. But we got a falcon blade. And I'm looking very, very strongly at this happy bomb. I gotta take it. I'm going to take it because it is going to use up a ton of buffs for us. So we want to start off. So we want to look for a lot of starter battles buffs. Anyways that we can stack up buffs is going to be insane for us. You're going to give us a huge max life increase, but also deal an absurd amount of damage. So I'm going to take another shiny shell. I'm going to roll. And maybe we're going to start off with you. You're also going to be starting buffs too. And we got to take this bit of storage. You're also going to be starting battle effects. Maybe we should take you too. Yeah, I'm thinking very, very strong about it as well. But Heavy Bomb is going to trigger after 8 seconds. With a Falcon Blade, it's going to be relatively awesome. 8 seconds, and if we stack up more than 3 buffs, our opponent is going to take a lot more damage. And Happy Bomb's about to take off. They're going to take 16 more damage, so our Falcon Blade should potentially be able to finish off our opponents. Maybe. Because they are stacking an insane amount of max life with these magic for dummies. And tons of vampirism. Holy moly. We're not surviving this. We're definitely not surviving this. Just the sheer amount of vampirism they did have was crazy bad for us. Now, let's grab a bit of storage. Let's hope that this is Amulet Steel into Amulet Wiles, which honestly is going to be good enough. It's going to give us 4 buffs. 4 buffs with another 2 buffs. That's going to be awesome. We should take our tournament, but I'm not going to take it. And we maybe want to take leather boots instead of our leather armor, because that will give us some power. But again, we're going to be using up all our buffs. We're going to be using up every single one of our buffs to give us huge damage. That's going to be our game plan. 36% damage increase. Yeah, this is much better for us. And also give us a huge max life increase. So not bad. I'm going to be in a little bit of a tough spot because I do want to grab this ruby egg. I want to grab this ruby egg because it's going to be 4 more buffs. It's a lot of gold though. I really want to grab the crits as well. You're going to be a lot less useful for us because you're going to use up all our luck with a Happy Bomb. So we can't even get crits on this unless we craft up a Critwood Staff. So I'm thinking very strongly about taking it. But I'm going to hold on to it for now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our dragon egg. We're going to craft this up. We're also going to take another burning coal. We're going to take this storage too, and we're going to speed up this bio way more than we should. But yeah, we're going to be rocking on once again. Now we're going to trigger at about 7.1 seconds, which is genuinely what we want. We just want a lot of buffs at the very beginning to get this to deal massive damage, so we can deal massive damage to our opponents. And look at that damage. That's crazy damage. Can we take on this Reaper? They do get some life back. Shelly. Actually been kind of crazy for opponents. Shelly and Shell Totem. And good old Gooberts. But hell yeah, we do manage to win out. Not bad. We get our life back, and then we do have a choice to make. And this is going to be the easiest choice of my life. We're going with the Hunter. Definitely not. We're going with Yggsdrasil. Mainly because this is going to give us crazy buffs from the beginning. Crazy buffs. Let's grab our crits. We're going to roll. We're going to grab a bit of storage. And we're going to grab our blueberries. Although, you are starting buffs too. So I'm still going to roll though. I'm still going to roll because all I want to do is find a mana orb. Just 1 mana orb and we're such a fantastic spot. But we should be able to start off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is going to be 10 mana. And 5 regen. Still going to roll though. And you're just going to be free monies. I got to take you. Also, I'm going to sell our garlic along with this too. Go ahead and grab this as well. And I genuinely want to craft up another burning coal. That's going to be smashing. Now we could use up in King's Crown to give us invulnerability. So we can live till our Happy Bomb pops off. But I'm too glad that we got our armor to kind of keep us going. That's going to be a lot of buffs. It's going to give us a ton of max life. It's going to give us a huge heal since we're going to use a lot of mana. And that's 250 max life with 144% damage increase. Yeah, this is looking kind of insane. But then adding a Critwood Staff onto this so we can use up some mana to give us crits is going to be our dream plan. Let's go ahead and grab you too. Speeding up our Happy Bomb even more. Let's go ahead and grab you as well. Piggy Bank I don't necessarily want more regen from the get-go. We're going to gladly take Holy Item. Give us a ton of regen from the beginning. I mean, how much Holy Items do we have? Only 1? Maybe not that great for the sheer amount of money you're going to cost us. We'll however grab this bit of storage. Move you up slightly. Put a regen in here. Add you in, and we're just going to let you recombobulate yourself. And I'm going to roll again. Is there anything else we want? We could gamble, take this on a Dead Fit Amulet because it could be an Amulet of Energy, which will refund a lot of our buffs. Which would be fantastic. It could also... What the hell did I move this? I moved this wrong. We should have had this targeting a Ruby Ulp. We target again. By adding in a Ruby Ulp, we're going to have a little more damage. The bomb should pop off and finish off our opponent. Hell yeah. Not bad. And we got ourselves a bag of stones with a Walrus Tusk, which is a Star Ball effect. Now, should we grab the Enchanted Weapons Happy Bomb? Does not work. Should we grab Double Rainbow to try and get some extra buffs from the get-go? Genuinely doesn't seem that good. Fortuna's Kiss gives us a chance. Honestly, not great either. I think I'm going to gamble. Let's gamble. Let's see what gets stones. We take a lot less damage from the beginning. Let's take you to Amulet of Energy. Literally the one I said. And that's also going to speed up our Happy Bomb. Let's go ahead and take another fanny pack also. And let's go ahead and take a regen. Let's roll once again. That's more crits. I genuinely do not want more crits. Even though it would be kind of nice for us, I don't think it's going to be that great. We sell you. We take the helmet though. We add this back in. We keep rolling. All we need is 1 mana orb. 1 mana orb, so I'm going to sell you and I'm going to roll. Now that's more heat though. More heats. I'm going to sell our piggy bank. And it's going to craft up another burning coal. But I'm going to roll. I'm not going to take it. Let's grab another fanny pack. And this is going to be the fastest happy bomb alive. Especially with Ceramic Energy. You're going to trigger at 4 seconds. 4 seconds. Does go to about, goes out to about 5 seconds. Do a big explosion. And you're going to take 160% more damage. The fastest happy bomb alive. And amazing. We take out the Molten Great Sword even more smashing. Now I'm just going to grab this fanny pack. Set up a race. We roll again. More crits. More free bunnies. More dragons. Where the hell is 1 mana orb? Just 1 mana orb is all we want. We could grab some gloves to speed up even more, but I don't think we actually want that. Another set of blueberries. And we do gotta move on with this sort of situation. I did move it over slightly, so we have Yggsdrasil sleeve, giving us the most amount of value that we can possibly get from it. But that's gonna be 35 buffs. 35 buffs times 4%. That's gonna be a lot of damage taken, and it triggers insanely fast. And smashing is just a finisher as well. But there's our mana orb. Holy moly, it took forever to get. Also, free buffs. I'll take it. Let's grab you though. Let's definitely grab this too. I'm just going to take the stone for now as well and going to just continue to roll. Now card could honestly be some power stacking for us. But it's not going to be that great for us. I will take 1 more set of blueberries. Because each one is going to be just enough mana for a happy bomb does trigger off. But I'm going to roll once more. And I kind of want to grab this bit of storage and I'm going to venture on once again. Let's get a Critwood Staff on so we can maybe get a big mana buff or a big happy bomb explosion. And I think that's going to be insane for us. A big crit mana buff bomb is going to be amazing. We also have 420 life. Now our opponent did survive. They take 207 more damage. And we're stacking up a lot of buffs once again. Stacking up all the crits. But are we going to actually deal enough damage to win out? Because they're starting to deal some big old damage to us as well. And Excalibur with all heats might be able to keep us at bay, and it definitely did. But I'm telling you, once we get a Critwood Staff, it's not going to be even close. Maybe. Let's take a bit of storage. Let's roll. A little bit more luck. Also a fanny pack too. Now I'm still going to rock on. Is there anything else we want? More armor for a little bit more block. Tornado we don't necessarily want. Health potion to give us a big explosion of life. I don't think we really want that either. Now you're going to use up more buffs, which is a little less than ideal, but it should genuinely be okay. Let's take a little bit more block. Let's roll again. That's another mana orb we definitely want to grab. And another set of blueberries. Because once we start off with 10 mana, these are going to be generated luck for us also. But we are facing another Excalibur with the Critwood Guardian. They're going to have a damage reduction for days as well. They're also going to reduce our healing, which is crazy bad for us. But we're after dealing crazy damage to them. Now again, they're going infinite heats. And this heat stacking Excalibur is one where we're definitely going to lose out. Unfortunately. So we do end up going down to our final life, which is madness. However, we're going to get a Critwood Staff, which means we're going to get some big old crits. For sure, we're going to also take another mana orb. We're going to take the stamina stack too. And we're going to roll. Now you are the king of starting off with buffs. Yeah, we got to take you. To the points where I'm also thinking about selling our stamina bag. However, it's time we get some skilling damage too. But this should be so much better. And I'm going to see, can we get a big old crit with a happy bomb? There's one big old crit. If you get our Critwood Staff, yeah, it should definitely be able to crit. 100% crit chance, one big explosion with the sheer amount of buffs we're going to have. It dealt 200 damage. The Critwood freaking happy bomb. And let's go ahead and grab you. That's just going to be way more mana for us. It's going to be even better for us altogether. 10 mana off the rip. And all we're going to do right now is find more prismatic orbs. Or mana orbs. Do you want more mana orbs? I'm not sure if you even want more mana orbs. Let's roll again. And come on, freaking rope. Crafting up this could be kind of nice actually. So I'm going to definitely craft it up. Okay. But let's continue to move on. Happy bomb triggering at 4.1 seconds up to 6 seconds. We have a lot of buffs. And if you add in more prismatic orbs, we're going to get some big mana bombs. They do get invulnerability, keeping them alive, stopping our happy bomb from taking them out, but that was a 268 damage taken. That's crazy damage. I genuinely think we're going to be able to continue on for the short. Have we got a Critwood Staff, happy bomb type situation? Let's make sure we craft this up. I'm going to roll again. The card could stack up summon power for us. I kind of got to take out. Another mana orb. I'm not sure if we do want more mana orbs. We could get some big mana buff bombs. It does use up 35 mana to give us 20 buffs. That's a big old yikes, in my opinion. If we had mana mastery, it would be much, much better. But since we don't have mana mastery, I'm not going to take it. If we had more prismatic orbs, then I would consider it way more. The likes of healing orbs and these as well. It's just more starter battle effects. Starter battle buffs. That's also starter battle buffs. You're also going to be more buffs for us. Problem is, we're going to explode our mana orb if we add in this prismatic orb. We could actually end up selling our mana orb, which is madness. But we would get a ton of max life from our investment opportunity. But stacking up mana is exactly what we want. And all we need is one big explosion from our happy bomb to be able to win out. And just look at that. That was insane. Genuinely insane. So, let's actually take this. Let's take it. Let's sell our mana orb. Let's go to grab you too. And we're going to roll again. Just keep rolling. That's all we want. And that's all we're going to do. Let's move on once again. Now, we could have crafted up a vampiric armor. Maybe that's what we should have done for. Because we would take a lot less damage. We have 80% damage reduction for the first few seconds of the fight. Which is kind of nice. But it does come down to the turtle as well. But then we're going to do a big explosion. 200 damage. And even more awesome. Not bad. Now, all we're going to do again is just take starter battle effects. Starter battle buffs. I do want to take you as well, but we're not going to be able to place it on our weapons. Is that worth it then? 7 golds? Probably not. Let's take another one of these though. Let's roll again. Come on. I'm gonna steal. I'm of energy. Okay, I'm gonna steal. I'm gonna steal is nasty because it will give us one more buff. That's it. If we stack up more block, that would be crazy good for us. Let's roll one more time. But this is it. This is going to be our full build. From a happy bomb going down to 1 HP to a crazy big explosion with crits. This is definitely the build I was going for. I did want to go for Critwood Falcon Blade, but definitely not have a happy bomb. But I'm not going to be complaining. Happy bomb is going to be awesome. Now we are facing a big poison explosion and we're going to see who's going to be able to win out. Because that's going to be a crazy amount of poison on us. We could be in trouble with the sheer amount of block they're going to have. I'm looking at these potions. They're going to do some big old damage to us. But a happy bomb should be able to trigger. Right now it's 6 seconds. It's going to do big massive explosion. 312 damage taken and we still end up losing out. Holy moly. Big potion explosion. These potions are so freaking scary with the sheer amount of poison they did inflict on us. Yeah, unfortunately we do end up losing out. However, still a super fun build. We did have 120 DPS, Happy Bomb doing a vast majority of it, then a Critwood Staff, then a Falcon Blade not doing as much. But again, they did have 144 DPS. Without that big potion explosion, they were only doing about 60 DPS. So from one big explosion to another big explosion, we did actually end up losing out. But we did survive 1 life left, meaning we're going to get some rank points. And how much rank points are we going to get? +7. Rank is almost back up to Masters once again. So not bad. But I am going to have to leave here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even subscribing. And I hope to keep looking for the next one. I'll see you next time. Okay, we're back in some round 18 fights, and we're going to see how we can deal with some other builds. This Happy Bomb type run was such a freaking fun run that I did really want to see how it does pan out. And holy moly, does crazy damage. For sure. Now, can we deal with a Cubert's Spike Staff Mana Thirst type situation? They're going to block a lot of damage. Invulnerability is going to be scary for us. Because if they block that damage, we don't deal any damage with a Happy Bomb. But that's crazy damage. And finally, can we take on this Empower Max Life Stacking type Ranger? With the Hyper Hedgehogs, they're going to get some block, they're going to get some power. But can we burst them down before they start going crazy on max life? And definitely so. Hell yeah, we even stacked up way more max life than they did.